The mission of Solace Ministries is clear. It is to comfort what he called his people. For us, we understood at the beginning that these will be especially widows and orphans. So few people survived, and I am one among them. But when you see what they passed through, you can say only that it is a miracle. Because myself, when I look back to all these years, it happens that I shake and tremble about that. And I conclude that definitely it is God who wanted me to survive. In 1994, while some people are just taking it as a kind of historical matter, but for survivors, it is a reality of every day. Because a widow is still a widow today. An orphan is still an orphan today. A person left alone is still alone. And those who are having scars or wounds, they are there. That they may be physically handicapped. The wounds in 1994 could be scars, but the inner wounds are still vivid. In fact, you can imagine people who were found among dead bodies who stayed there for many days, or in mass graves. There are children who were found breastfeeding on the dead bodies of their mothers. There are children who have seen their mothers or their sisters being massively raped. There are a lot of people who themselves have been raped and infected with HIV/AIDS. Many of them have already, they died already. Others are surviving with all kinds of hardships. But you can imagine that people did not die only or killed only, but all their properties had been either destroyed or looted. So all these conditions left behind a complexity of problems. And all together, when assembled in one body of a person who actually, that same person sometimes has seen or lived such experiences, all together becomes what we call trauma or post-traumatic disorders. That is why not many people can understand them. It is the time when, after the genocide, myself having known part of these problems, when I met other people, especially these widows and orphans I'm talking about, when taking time to listen to them, it was very hard to believe. And every talk, which for them was an opportunity to open their hearts to a person who could listen. Because formerly, as you can understand, during the genocide, they all were taken as cockroaches or snakes, having lost their humanity and identity as human beings. It's good for them when they see a person who can take time for them. Now they can speak. while they had lost their emotions, you will see that at the end, they start to weep and to cry deeply because someone is willing to listen to them. But seeing all this pain and sorrow, me as a Christian, I prayed about it and asked God, what can I do for these people? Forgetting that, frankly, talking to you, forgetting about myself, I started to weep because of these people. Because myself, I had lost all kind of emotions. And when I heard to these people, I started to pray about it. How can we help them? And God answered with a scripture. Comfort my people.